So Zelensky was thrown out of White House, and before that, Starmer was insulted in White House.
Could you take on Russia by yourselves?
Well,
And before that, Macron was also insulted in White House. So what do these three leaders do? They assemble in London along with other European leaders and then try to put up a face in front of United States that there is an entity like European Union standing firm against United States. For Zelensky, if United States does not give him money, he will ask for money from UK. If UK does not give him money, he will ask from rest of the European countries. And European countries will oblige.
It's basically turning Ukraine into a steel porcupine that is indigestible for potential invaders.
Why? Because they don't have any other choice. And the reason is not what you think. I don't think too many Frenchmen and German and many other European citizens believe that Vladimir Putin will send his tanks once again from the Soviet land to the Western Europe after 70 long years. The real reason why European leaders are supporting Zelensky is not what you think. It's about rare earth minerals, which Donald Trump, by the way, is also trying to get hold of. Ukraine is a very lucrative country for anyone looking for rare earth minerals. 7% of world's titanium reserves are in Ukraine. 20% of world's graphite reserves are in Ukraine. 1/3 of lithium supply of Europe comes from Ukraine. Just to give you an understanding, the amount of lithium and graphite that Ukraine holds can power more than 20 million electric cars. Yes, you heard it right. That's the kind of deposits that Ukraine has. According to various reports, including Ukrainian government's own report, its critical rare earth minerals are valued at $12 trillion. And if we add natural gas, coal and oil, it will be around $26 trillion. Out of this, 20% of Ukrainian land is captured by Russia over the last 3 years. And this 20% of land holds more than 50%. The conservative estimate is that more than 50% of this critical rare earth minerals and natural gas and coal is now with Vladimir Putin. These deposits are there in eastern Ukraine like Donetsk, Luhansk, Zaporozhye and other eastern European territories captured by Russia. So hence, Ukraine does not even have control of its own rare earth minerals right now fully. So what Zelensky was trying to do is to cut a deal with Donald Trump for half of Ukraine's rare earth critical minerals for which he has access. And against that, he wanted more arms, more money and more arms supply for him to keep fighting the war with Russia. Donald Trump is not willing to give a single dollar to Zelensky if he does not sign the peace deal. So Donald Trump wants the rare earth critical minerals against the previous aid that United States has given, not the future aid. Currently, 98% of Europe's critical rare earth minerals supply comes from China. Europe wants to reduce its dependency from China because European leaders, many in Europe, just like the now elected Merz Friedrich, the new German Chancellor, many European leaders want to de-risk from China. And that de-risking proposition will be a pipe dream if they lose Ukraine. Because Europe's largest critical rare earth minerals are available in Sweden, Finland, Norway and parts of France. And these regions have not been mined over the last 50 years. Yes, you heard it right. In Sweden, Norway and Finland, there are huge rare earth mineral deposits, but they have not been mined. Why? Because the globalists and deep state puppets within the European Parliament have encouraged local leaders in these countries to oppose these mining activities for environmental concerns and climate change policies. Hence, Europe does not have its own supply chain of critical rare earth minerals despite having vast reserves. There is only one company in France which is currently doing mining in France of around 4,000 million tons. And that is a fraction of what Europe gets from China. And not to mention, rare earth critical mineral extraction involves heavy investments and lot of feasibility studies which have not been done in Europe even today. And in Sweden, there was supposed to be some mining activity, but it's been held for the last 10 years by opposition. There is another big issue. Mining of rare earth minerals is a very dangerous activity. There are health hazards for people who work in mining activity. So Western European leaders are okay if Ukrainians lose their lives or suffer from radiation-related injuries and deaths, because as long as Western European citizens don't die. So Western European leaders want Ukrainians to do the dirty job. They want Ukrainians to die of radiation. They want Ukrainians to fight on their behalf. And leaders like Zelensky are obliging. If you give money to Zelensky, Zelensky will fight more. This is the understanding many European leaders have, and this is the understanding that the Biden administration had for all of these years. But now Donald Trump has come in and he has jeopardized this plan of the globalists and deep state. So what does Zelensky do now? He now asks for money from European leaders and UK. And they are obliging because they will get access to the rare earth minerals available in Ukraine. United States under Biden administration already cut off Nord Stream, making Europe dependent on United States for natural gas. Europe pays a lot more money to United States for gas supply than what it was to Russia already. And now, if Europe loses Ukraine, Ukrainian natural gas and Ukrainian rare earth minerals will not be available for Europe. That would mean Europe has to be dependent on United States even further. Or else the other option Europe has is China, which many European leaders are also skeptical of. And in fact, China is one strategic enemy which both United States and Europe are somewhat allied on. So Europe is stuck. Either they are dependent on critical rare earth minerals from China or United States. And Zelensky knows this. Hence, Zelensky had the veracity to go to White House and fight against Donald Trump and reject a lucrative rare earth mineral deal. Because Donald Trump was willing to provide security guarantees. Well, Donald Trump didn't use the word security guarantee. What he said was that if United States invests in Ukraine for rare earth mineral extractions, there would definitely be United States people, employees of private companies on ground in Ukraine. And hence, there would be security provided for those employees. Hence, indirectly, there would be security guarantees. There could be troops of United States. And that was the proposal of Donald Trump, which Zelensky rejected, because Zelensky knows that if he does that, he needs to stop the war and he can't make more money. And Europeans know that if this peace deal happens, then they will lose access to rare earth minerals to not Russia, but United States. So United States and Russia both are denying Europe of the much needed critical rare earth minerals. And that is what is giving nightmares to European leaders. Because many of these European leaders are globalists and deep state controlled puppets who enjoyed their birth in the parliament for all of these years, working for deep state and globalists. But now they are seeing they are stuck in a very difficult situation where United States, Russia and China, three power centers of rare earth mineral and global energy deposits, will control their destiny. So which path Europeans will choose? Well, for now, they are choosing the path of war. If Western European troops enter Ukraine and they have a contact with Russia, well, hell could break loose. So this war is not about removing Nazis from Ukraine. If Russia had to remove Nazis from Ukraine, they also have to remove Nazis from all over the Europe, because right now there are so many Nazis in Germany, there are so many Nazis in Canadian Parliament, in UK. And Vladimir Putin, let me tell you, will do a deal with Donald Trump for rare earth critical minerals from the territory captured of Ukraine. Yes, not only for the Russian territory, but from the Ukrainian territory. He will sell the rare earth minerals of Ukraine to Donald Trump from the Ukrainian territory. And Donald Trump will sign that deal because Zelensky rejected the alternative deal. So tomorrow if that happens, then Zelensky will be to blame. This is DG signing off from this video. Do like this video and subscribe to my channel. I'll keep posting more videos. Stay tuned.